Today's lesson is Hotel English. Hi, everybody. I'm Roger.
Hello, I'm Kiki.
And today we're going to be talking about some English that you might use if you stay in a hotel. And we've got some different kinds of situations here. You might want to ask about package deliveries. You might call the front desk about a problem. Also, we could talk about food delivery if you want food delivered to your room. And, of course, another thing that's very useful is to store your luggage at the hotel before you depart so you can go off and do something else.
Right. And sometimes when we stay at a hotel, it is often our temporary home, especially when we're there for business. Sometimes you're there for many days, so you need things to be done there. You need deliveries to be sent there, or you might have a problem in your room, and you will need to be able to communicate all these different situations with the hotel staff. So today we're going to find out more about different ways to communicate with hotel staff. Let's listen to today's lesson.
Hotel English. 1. Asking about package deliveries. Phoebe calls a hotel she'll be staying at about some package deliveries.
Hello, I'll be staying at your hotel next week, and I was wondering if I could order some packages in advance and have them delivered there. Is that possible?
Of course. Could I just have your name and check-in date to verify your reservation and ensure that we receive your packages?
Certainly. My name is Phoebe Williams, and I'll be checking in on the 27th. I'll have a few packages that should be arriving earlier that day.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. We'll make a note of it. Your packages will be waiting for you upon arrival.
Thanks so much.
You're very welcome, and we look forward to welcoming you to our hotel.
大家好，第一部分首先来看动词 verify， 它的意思是核对、验证、证明或是证实。例如 Susie had to verify who she was before she could open a bank account. Susie 得核对自己的身份才能开银行账户。或者 Michael verified the information on his itinerary before purchasing the airline tickets. Michael 确认了行程资料后才买机票。另外补充名词 verification， V-E-R-I-F-I-C-A-T-I-O-N verification， 它有证明、验证或是确认的意思。可以说 Every participant needs to undergo identity verification before attending the seminar. 每位参加者在出席研讨会之前都需要先经过身份验证。或是 The application says he has a PhD, but will contact the university for verification. 申请书上说他有博士学位，但我们会联系那所大学去确认。
Okay, so in situation 1, we've got Phoebe, and she is asking the clerk about package deliveries. Okay, so she's staying at this hotel, and she's expecting someone to mail some packages to her. So she's asking the staff there about package deliveries. Yes, indeed, she calls a hotel she'll be staying at about some package deliveries. And she begins the conversation. She says, "Hello. I'll be staying at your hotel next week, and I was wondering if I could order some packages in advance and have them delivered there. Is that possible?" So yes, sometimes you need to have this service if you're staying at a hotel. You might order something online, and then you will mail the package to yourself at that hotel. And I've never done this myself before, but I suppose lots of hotels out there will offer this service.
And sometimes when you're going away for business, you might have colleagues that need to send things to you so that you can have it right away when you arrive at the hotel. So the hotel will offer this service for you. So when she calls the hotel, the clerk says, "Of course, could I just have your name and check-in date to verify your reservation and ensure that we receive your packages?" So before the clerk can promise Phoebe that they will accept these packages for her, the clerk needs to make sure that she actually is coming. She actually has a reservation at their hotel. So a reservation is basically to save your place or to make a booking for something or some place. So sometimes you might have a reservation for dinner. You need to go to a restaurant and that restaurant needs a reservation. So you need to book in advance so they can save a place for you. And it's the same when you go to a hotel. You need a reservation so that they can save a room for you. And the clerk asks her for the check-in date, which is the date that she is going to arrive and start to stay at their hotel so that they can verify. They can make sure that something is true or accurate. They can make sure that she is actually coming to their hotel.
Yes, sometimes if you're requesting some service from a hotel or from a government office, you might need to verify your identity by presenting some form of identification. It could be your national insurance card, it could be your passport, or whatever you want to verify your identity. In this particular case, they want her to verify her reservation. Can you let us know for sure that you've made a reservation? Can you give us, say, the reservation number or your name or whatever? A reservation, of course, is when you reserve something. You make a reservation at a restaurant, for example. If you know the restaurant is very popular and you want to make sure you can have a meal there, you might make a reservation ahead of time, or you might reserve a table or reserve a room at a hotel. So reservation is the noun, to reserve is the verb. And yes, indeed, they need to verify her reservation. This is a formality that they need to go through before they can say yes to her question.
And while it's good that the hotels can provide this type of service, but nowadays hotels also have to be very careful. So they need to make sure that the person that's calling is real. That way they don't just accept any deliveries that are coming, because sometimes some people might want to do bad things. So they need to make sure that the package that is coming is indeed a package that belongs to a person that is staying at the hotel and that somebody will pick up the package. So Phoebe says, "Certainly, my name is Phoebe Williams and I will be checking in on the 27th. So no problem, of course, I can verify my identity. My name is Phoebe Williams, and I will come to the hotel and I will start staying at the hotel on the 27th. I'll have a few packages that should be arriving earlier that day." So she has arranged for some of her packages to arrive on the same day that she arrives. So it's not too much of an inconvenience to the hotel. It's not like they're receiving packages days in advance, and she's figured out a way for all her packages to come the same day that she arrives at the hotel, and the packages are supposed to arrive before she gets in to check in.
And the clerk says, "Thank you, Ms. Williams. Thank you for verifying your reservation. We'll make a note of it. Your packages will be waiting for you upon arrival." So if you make a note of something, that means you write some information down. This clerk might not be working the same shift when she arrives, so they're going to make a note so that the persons who are working later on during that shift, they'll know what's happening with those packages, and then they won't return them to the sender because they don't know who they're for.
And also they'll know that when Miss Williams comes, they will be able to give the package to her. They'll know where her packages are so it doesn't get lost. And of course, Phoebe says thanks so much. She's really appreciative that they can provide this service for her and that she can have somebody receive the packages for her, and she'll be able to pick it up when she gets to the hotel. And the clerk says, "You're very welcome, and we look forward to welcoming you to our hotel."
Right, okay. And of course, it's a lot of fun to travel and stay at hotels. They do offer lots of services. And we just talked about one of those services, keeping a package for somebody that arrives before you do. Okay, now in the second situation today, we're calling the front desk about a problem. Sometimes this does happen when you're staying at a hotel. There might be some problem with your room, and you need to talk to people at the front desk about it. So let's find out what this conversation is all about. Let's listen to Phoebe as she calls the front desk.
2. Calling the front desk about a problem. Phoebe calls the front desk about a problem with her room.
Hi, I just checked into room 816 and there's no hot water in my shower.
I'm truly sorry for the inconvenience, Ms. Williams. We'll notify our maintenance team and have them fix the issue immediately. Your comfort is our priority. In the meantime, if there's anything specific you need or any other way we can make your stay more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Having hot water would be wonderful after a long day of travel. Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll get that resolved promptly.
I appreciate your help.
第二部分介绍 inconvenience 这个字，它是名词，为不便或是麻烦的意思。例如 When my wallet was stolen, the biggest inconvenience was getting my ID cards replaced. 在我的钱包被偷了之后，最麻烦的就是要重新办证件。或者是 The airline apologized for the inconvenience of the delay, offering passengers a discount on their next flight. 航空公司向旅客为班机延误的不便道歉，并提供他们下一班航班的折扣。另外，这个字去掉字首 in 就会变成反义名词 convenience， 它有方便或是便利的意思。例如 I have always wanted a scooter because of the convenience of getting around town. 我一直想要有一台机车，因为在城里出游很方便。或是Rachel enjoys the convenience of living in the city, but doesn't like the noise. Rachel 很喜欢住在城市里的便利，但她不喜欢噪音。接下来是 notify， 这个动词有通知或是告知的意思。我们可以说 Please notify me of any changes to the schedule. 请通知我任何有关行程的变动。又或者说 Police officials notified Ryan that his stolen bike had been found. 警方通知 Ryan 他被偷的单车被找到了。再来看到名词 maintenance， 它的意思是维护、保养或是维持。例如 Vintage cars look great, but they require a lot of maintenance. 老爷车看似很棒，但他们需要很多的维护。或者 Regular maintenance will make the machine last longer. 定期的保养可以延长机器的使用寿命。接着介绍动词 resolve， 意思为解决或是下定决心。我们可以说The country resolved a dispute with its neighbor over their border. 该国解决了与邻国之间的边界纷争。又或者说 James resolved to stay at the company even though it is facing a financial crisis. 尽管该公司正面临财务危机， James 还是决定留下。最后来看到副词 promptly， 意思是迅速、立即或是准时的。例如 The small fire that was burning in the field was promptly put out by the firefighters. 那个现场燃烧的小火很快就被消防队员给扑灭了。再看一个例子 The train arrived promptly at 9 o'clock. 那班火车准时9点抵达。
Okay, so again, the second situation in our lesson is calling the front desk about a problem. And yes, indeed, that's what she's doing here. She's calling the front desk about a problem with her room. And she says, Hi, I just checked into room 816 and there's no hot water in my shower. Ooh, that can be really bad, especially if you just arrived after a long flight from overseas and the first thing you want to do is wash up and take a shower and you go into the bathroom and you find out there's no hot water. Ooh, that can be very disappointing.
The clerk says, I'm truly sorry for the inconvenience, Miss Williams. So the clerk is very sorry for the inconvenience. When something is giving inconvenience, it is to cause trouble or difficulty. It's inconvenient. You're letting this visitor or the person that is staying at the hotel, Miss Williams in this case, you're giving her some problems because she doesn't have hot water in her shower. So it's very inconvenient. We'll notify our maintenance team and have them fix the issue immediately. So they'll let them know, we'll notify. When you notify someone, you are letting someone know about something, usually in a kind of formal way. They're notifying their maintenance team because they're letting their maintenance team know there is an issue and you guys have to take care of it. And the maintenance team is basically people that are in charge of keeping the condition or a situation the same. So when you have a maintenance team at a hotel, you're making sure that everything in the hotel is working correctly or there's nothing broken. So maintenance team, they will stand by, they will stay at the hotels so that when a situation like this happens, they can come and fix the problem for their guests.
Right, so maintenance means you maintain something, you keep it in its original condition. And yes, indeed, they'll let the maintenance team know about this problem, and they'll probably send someone over to take care of the problem immediately or right away. So again, the clerk apologizes. The clerk says, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. And that is a noun here, inconvenience. The adjective form is inconvenient. Okay, it's inconvenient to change planes. When you travel, I hate changing planes. I don't like the inconvenience of changing planes while I'm flying. But in this particular case, she has a very inconvenient situation, so they apologize for the inconvenience. And hopefully the maintenance team will send someone over right away to take care of the problem. And the clerk says, your comfort is our priority. Priority just means it's the most important thing when compared to other things. And indeed, we want to take care of you as best we can.
In the meantime, if there's anything specific you need or any other way we can make your stay more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to let us know. So the clerk, they know that something inconvenient has happened to Miss Williams. She doesn't have hot water. So in this case, in the service industry, you want to try to offer things to your guests or customers to kind of make them feel better about something bad that has happened. So the clerk knows that Miss Williams doesn't have hot water. So in the meantime, or while you're waiting for the maintenance team to fix the hot water, if there's anything specific you need, if there's anything else in particular that you need, or some other way we can make your stay more enjoyable or more pleasant, please don't hesitate to let us know. So please let me know if there's some other way I can make your stay more enjoyable, or if you need something else from me, please let me know.
But so in the meantime just means while you're waiting for the maintenance team to arrive to fix your shower, you can do something else. So during that time, if you need something else, let us know. Call us up and tell us about the problem, or if you need room service or whatever, or if you need to arrange a tour or whatever. Yes, indeed, give us a call and we'll do what we can to accommodate you. And here Phoebe says, having hot water would be wonderful after a long day of travel. Thank you. So she reminds them that she would like to have hot water. It will be really great so that she can bathe after a long day of travel. As you know, when we travel, we can get pretty dirty and our hair gets quite matted and we just feel like crap, basically, if we've been traveling for a long time. I know I feel that way when I travel from Taiwan back home in the U.S. Oh, that's such a long flight and I feel so dirty and tired. I really would like to have a nice hot bath when I get to my destination.
And of course, the clerk understands that she's just had a long day of traveling. They say, absolutely, we'll get that resolved promptly. No problem. I understand how you feel. I'm going to try to get your problem to be solved right away. So when you resolve something, it is to fix or to have a solution for something. And promptly is basically to do it immediately or for right away. So in this case, the clerk understands that she's very tired. All she wants to do is shower or have a bath. So they will try to get that problem resolved promptly. They will try to get that problem fixed immediately.
Now, the word resolve might be confused with the word solve. To resolve just means to take care of a situation, to take care of a problem. Solve is usually used like for a math problem or some other kind of puzzle. I want to solve the problem, solve this math problem or whatever. But in this particular case, we've got a situation involving her shower, and she doesn't have any hot water, so the problem will be resolved or taken care of promptly, and promptly means right away, as soon as we can. Phoebe is very polite here. She says, I appreciate your help. Now, indeed, that is the polite thing to say here. Be polite so that if you have some other questions in the future, they'll still treat you like you're an honored guest. Okay, we're done talking about this. Right now it's time for us to listen to Henny.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文第一部分的对话里， Phoebe 打电话给她将要入住的饭店，她问柜台人员 I was wondering if I could order some packages in advance and have them delivered there. 我想知道是否能提前订购一些包裹，然后将它们送到那里。那这边有3个重点。第一个重点是 I was wondering if 是表达说我想知道是否怎么样。那这是用来请求协助时礼貌的说法，常用过去式表达。像 I was wondering if you could help me with my homework. 我想知道你是否能协助我做功课。好，那么第二个重点是文中在动词 wonder 之后来接 if 引导的名词子句。那我们要整理一下 if 或是 whether 引导的名词子句的用法。那么 if 跟 whether 都可以引导名词子句表达是否怎么样，大多时候是可以互换的，但是 if 的使用限制比较多。像 whether 引导的名词子句它可以当主词、受词和补语，可是 if 引导的名词子句不能当主词哦，它只能当受词和补语用。举例来说 Whether that's a good idea depends on a lot of factors. 那是否是个好点子取决于很多因素。这时候名词子句 whether that's a good idea 是当主词来用，那这时候 whether 就不能用 if 来替换了。再看个例句 The question is if that's a good idea 或是 The question is whether that's a good idea 问题在于那是否是个好点子。好，那这时候这个名词子句If that's a good idea 或是 whether that's a good idea 是当主词补语用，可是呢在 the question is 后面接 whether 引导的名词子句会比 if 引导的名词子句常见哦。好，再补充的第3个重点是文中它用到 have them delivered there. 这个 have 在这里是当实义动词，用来表示说命令啊、要求。我们在用 have 加受词加上受词补语的句型时，常见的受词补语我们可以用原形动词或过去分词。那当这个受词和补语的关系是主动，受词补语就用原形动词；如果关系是被动，我们就用过去分词。好，那我们先来看看 have 加上受词加原形动词，它的使用时机常常是用于一次执行完成的动作，或者是呢该动作在一定时间内完成。那像在课文第2部分对话里 Phoebe 饭店房间没有热水，柜台人员说将会通知维修团队，请他们立即解决问题。那这时候他就是用 have them fix the issue immediately. 维修团队是会主动解决问题的，所以他自己的受词补语就用到原形动词 fix。再来看到 have 加受词加过去分词 PP 的时候，这个用法它的受词常常会是事物，用来表达说请人做某事，让人做某事。就像课文里面的用法，包裹是被人送到饭店，这时候受词和补语是被动关系，所以它是用 have them delivered there 来表达说让人把这个包裹送到那里。好，那以上今天重点整理，我们回顾今天的单字吧。
Reservation. I made a reservation at your favorite restaurant to celebrate your birthday this weekend. Inconvenience. The airline apologized for any inconvenience caused by the delay of the flight. Notify. Jessie promised to notify me if there are any changes to the schedule. Maintenance. Regular maintenance is important if you want to keep your car running smoothly. Resolve. Representatives from the two countries met to resolve the conflict and reach a peace agreement.
Well, everyone, today's article has come to an end, and I sure hope you enjoy reading along with us. I am Kiki.
I am Roger.
See you next time.